Hey everybody. So in any type of automation, we mostly come across manipulations that we have to perform on the strings, right? In order to extract the right data, what we want from the whole amount of information that's obtained, right? So here in this video, I'm going to show you, let me take a notepad. So in this video, I am going to show you how we can easily retrieve the data that's there inside a string. So let's say here my requirement in the video is to require extract I am Harika from the whole text that is available over here. So this is the whole text. So now how I can actually use the different methods that are available for the strings and how we can extract this particular text from it. So this I am going to show you. There are multiple ways. I'm going to explain each and every one of it one by one. So basically, we are going to look at the string functions that I can say. So these are developed on VB.NET. So let's take a small example first and let's understand one by one. So basically, I will recreate this whole workflow now. Let me just take a small workflow. Okay. So what I'm trying to show you is, so firstly, I'm taking an assign activity and I am giving a particular string inside it. Okay. So this is my string. Okay. Hey Siri is my string. And here, if you see, I have used a special character, right? So this greater than is a special character by which these both got separated. So now what I'm going to do, I am going to extract Siri from this particular text. So how we can actually do that? So let me just write a small function. Okay. So if you see here, what is my string name? str initial, right? Str initial. And this particular string, I am going to split. Okay. I'm taking the split function. And what is the syntax that I'm going to do? Firstly, I will give the delimiter. So what is the delimiter here? Greater than symbol. So give the delimiter in between the double quotes. And this is we are, using this delimiter. It's a single character, right? So you have to provide it as a character. So before I actually write it down, I will show you what is the output type of this. Okay. So just say okay. And if you see here, this we are going to print. Okay. Now let me take the same log message down. Okay. I will put a breakpoint here. I'll show you something that you need to understand, the main thing of this particular functionality. So I'm debugging this. I will show you the output in the immediate panel. I will just okay, so we are here, right? So we have to split it. Fine. So star initial dot, this is the same function that we've written there, right? Split off in between double quotes, and it's a character. So what is it? It is actually returning. Just see here. So it is returning the array of strings, right? So one string is of hey and other string is of Siri. So now we haven't provided any the character which array, which string it has to print. So now let's see what it's gonna print. So if you see system.string, because we haven't provided any string value that needs to be provided. So let's say if it is provided in this way. So if I wanted to extract Siri, right? So that will be in the first position. Right? Perfect, right? So this is how you have to give. So basically the split function will return you the array of strings that are there inside that particular whole string. Okay. This is the first thing. Whatever the delimiter that you are using, that will be considered. And let's say this is the first value before the delimiter, and it will consider the delimiter and it will split. So now let's say if I keep one more delimiter here, okay, and I give apple and I give pie. Okay, so now what it's gonna give? It's gonna give four elements, four strings inside that particular array. And let me show you here. Here, if I just give 2, it's gonna print apple. Here, if I give 3, it's gonna give pie. Let's debug. Okay. Perfect, right? Here in the output panel, you can see it's an apple and it's a pie. So this is how it actually does. It just takes the delimiter, it splits, and it's gonna give you the all strings that got splitted with respect to that delimiter in an array. Okay, that's the first point you should remember. And now what I'm going to do, the same kind of example, let me take here the one that I have already worked on. So this is the one that I wanted to showcase. So let's say this is the example one. Okay, let me increase the solution so you can see it clearly. Okay, so now I am going to split this particular string with respect to underscore, and also I wanted to give I'm Harika inside this particular braces. So now I will show you one more way of writing it. So we know it, right? So and with respect to underscore, if I split it, it will be divided into 1, 2, 3, and 4. The fourth part contains this one, right? Let me show here the notepad. So this is the one. And if I split it with respect to underscore, it would be divided into test A, B, and C of I'm right. So this is the thing that we will get in the fourth position. That means 0, 1, 2, 3. Array of 3, third element. But now I wanted to extract this particular one. Okay, so how can we do that? Let me just show you. In a single line of code we will write it. So let's take a assign activity. And what I'm going to do here is, we know the return type is an array of string. So I'm going to declare an array of string. And here let's change the variable type to browse for type array. Where is the system? I think it will be by default it will be here. Yes, array of string. You can just change it from here instead of going all together there and checking. You can find it in system.string if you wanted to select it from there. Okay, so that's one thing. And okay, fine. Now if you wanted to get this, how you can actually do this is a normal way that how we are writing. So let's open this str initial, and I wanted to split it. Split. What is the delimiter? Underscore. Okay, underscore the character. So this basically returns me an array, right? So in that particular array, I know I wanted to fetch the element that's there in the third position. Okay, so now you can just give 3. Okay, so this particularly gives you the whole string, right? So let's see one by one. And dot to string. Okay, so this has given you the whole string, but it is throwing an error because you have taken it is it conversion from the string to integer. Split off syntax seems right. Okay, I'm sorry, I have instead of dot I have given as a function. Okay, The syntax is wrong. It's an underscore and it's a character, right? So this is the whole thing that will return the array of string. But you wanted to get the third element from there, and from the third element, what is it? If you see here, from the third element you wanted to take this, so now you have to consider this thing, this open break braces, as the delimiter. So in that case, what you can do, you have to write a double split. So how can you write that? Just give a split, one more split. Okay, and here this is your string, right? This contains C of Amharika, right? So you wanted to split this, and what is the delimiter? Open brace, and the same thing. And this again contains what? This particular text gives you C. Now this is the input, okay? Let me write it here. This is the input, and the output will be C and this whole thing. So this will be in the 0th position, this will be in the first position. And now I wanted to split it with respect to this, okay? So now again, the whole thing is considered as one single string, okay? Split it. And what is the delimiter here? Single brace, closed brace, and character, right? So this gives you two things. What is it? Again, this is the input. And if this is the delimiter, then you will have this one as the first output and the space as a second output. So now you have the required string here, right? So what you can do, this contains the array again. Okay. So just we can close it, and I think there is one error. Value of the type, okay, because here we should give the delimiter, like the value of an array, right? So if you see here, okay, if you're getting confused, let me just detail it more clearly one more time. So here this value contains, let's come one by one, okay? So this value contains what? Let me take this whole thing and write it over here. This is the input text, first input text. Okay, this is the first text, and you were splitting it with underscore. So from the underscore you wanted to take the third element, that means this is the input that we are left with. So I'm deleting this whole thing, and now you are delimiting it with open brace. So 0 and 1, so you wanted to fetch the value from the first one, so you should use the value from the first one, right? And that contains this whole thing, right? So after that, this one will be gone. And now you wanted to fetch the value from this, you should use this as a delimiter, this closed brace, right? So that's it. If from this you can get Amharika as the output. So let's check this. And let's run this, and I will put a log message here, and from that I wanted to fetch ARR string of 0th, that's there in the 0th position. But before I actually run it, I will show you in the, I'll clearly show you what we are actually getting it from this expression, okay? Okay, this one is clear, right? Apple, and this is pi. And next we are at str initial. So firstly, I will show you what this array string contains, okay? So let me show you here array string. So this contains two elements, Amharika and this. So we wanted to fetch the first element, which is this. Okay. So before to that, what I will show you is, let me show you step by step again here. It will be very clearly understood. Okay. So what I'm doing from this whole text, I'm going to take this particular last. So we are clear with that, right? So we just have to use a split function. and we should use the delimiter underscore. We know that's a character, right? So this will return you 1, 2, 3, and 4. We wanted to extract the last one, which is of 3. Okay, this one. So what I'm doing from this, again I wanted to split it with respect to open brace as a delimiter. So for that we are using this particular one. Okay, this will give you this whole thing, but I don't want array, I want the element in the third position. So I'm taking element in the third position and I'm splitting it. Okay, so what it will give you, it will again give you an array of 2 elements. Okay, 2 elements, which is C. Okay, I have used, okay, I should split this. Okay, let me just write it again. Okay, this third element I have taken, and from this whole thing I should use the delimiter as, this whole thing is a string. Okay, input string. This whole thing is an input string. From this input string I should use the delimiter as open braces, sorry, open braces, and from that particular thing I wanted to extract. So this give you two things. What is it? The first one is C and the second one is I am Harika with closed brace. So from this I wanted to extract the element in the second position. Okay, so 0 and 1. So take this whole thing. Okay, now this is the input string. This is the input string, the element in the second position, that means 0 and 1, right? So 1, this is the input string, and from this I wanted to split again. So use a split function, and what is the delimiter here? Closed brace. Closed brace. That's it. Right? I'm Harika. So from here you wanted to extract the element in the 0th position. Perfect. So this is the same thing that we have written here. So if you find it difficult, try to play it in the immediate panel, because here is a place where you will understand how the things are working on. Okay, so this is one small suggestion that I can give you, and I hope this video is clear for you how you can perform the split function on a string. So this basically splits with the particular delimiter that you give, and the return type is the array of the string. Okay, and if you wanted to fetch that particular string in a position, you have to consider the array starts with 0 count, and you have to retrieve it based on your need. And here we have also seen how we can write a double split function also. So if you have any doubts, please do let me know in the comments, and I will be opening shortly a video on the quiz on this particular topic. You can just check it out and you can um assess your knowledge on this particular concept. So this is a small and important concept that you will come across in any of the interviews. And if you find this video useful, please do give a thumbs up, and also do consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and you will watch the more string manipulation functions in the coming videos. I'll see you there. Bye.